Venus Williams set to play in Austin tournament. Former Wimbledon champion Venus Williams will play in the ATX Open later this month. Why it matters: even though she's not the player she once was, she's ranked 549th in singles and 145 in doubles, Williams still brings glamour to the young tournament. What they're saying: "I'm so excited to be heading to Austin and playing my first ATX Open," Williams told Axios in a texted statement. "The city has such great energy and I've heard the fans are incredible." The big picture: the legendary and beloved player has been indefatigable in her efforts to regain glory on the court. Earlier this year, Williams, 45, became the oldest woman to compete in an Australian Open singles main draw. She lost in the first round, but not before taking a 4-0 lead in the third set against opponent Olga Danilovic. Zoom in: Jessica Pegula, ranked number 6 in the world, will be back in the Austin draw to defend her title after making it to the semi-finals in the Australian Open. Also in the mix at the WTA event, Peyton Stearns, a University of Texas alumna and NCAA champion, Australian Ajla Tomljanovic, a 3-time Grand Slam quarterfinalist, and rising American star Iva Jovic, who reached her first Grand Slam quarterfinal in Melbourne. "This is our strongest player field yet," tournament director Christo van Rensburg tells Axios. "With Venus joining the action, we couldn't be more excited for what awaits." The intrigue: Williams' sister, Serena, declined to rule out a comeback in a recent appearance on NBC's Today Show. Another potential fan for Venus Williams in the stands: her husband, Danish-Italian actor and model Andrea Preti. The pair married in December. The bottom line: Venus Williams will play in the singles and doubles draw at the ATX Open, which launched in 2023. If you go, the tournament runs February 21st to March 1st at Westwood Country Club. Tickets range from $10 a day for the qualifying rounds to $65 to watch the singles and doubles finals. The legend returns. Venus Williams lights up Austin. When the news broke that tennis icon Venus Williams is set to compete in the 2026 ATX Open in Austin, Texas, excitement rippled through the tennis world and beyond. At age 45, an age when most athletes have long retired, Venus continues to defy expectations, write new chapters in her astonishing career, and remind the world what it means to pursue greatness with passion, longevity, and pure heart. Scheduled from February 21st to March 1st at the Westwood Country Club, the ATX Open is a WTA 250 event, part of the women's professional tennis tour that showcases both rising stars and established competitors. In its young history, Austin has quickly become a vibrant hub for tennis fans, and Venus' participation promises to elevate the tournament's spotlight even further. A career forged in fire and ice and sunshine. Venus Williams is not just another name on a tennis entry list. She's one of the sport's greatest champions. With a career that began in the early 1990s, Venus has won 7 Grand Slam singles titles, including multiple Wimbledon crowns, and has been a transformative figure both on and off the court. Her serve, powerful, precise, and relentless, redefined the modern game. Her influence helped build the WTA's global profile. And her longevity set a blueprint for fitness and dedication that few have matched. But this isn't a mere nostalgic return, it's continuation. After stepping back from full-time competition, Venus has made sporadic and increasingly determined appearances on the tour. Her performances over the past couple of years, including a fierce showing at the 2026 Australian Open and nearly toppling a much younger opponent in a draining 3-set battle, demonstrated that her competitive flame still burns bright. Why Austin matters, and why Venus matters there. The ATX Open isn't just another stop on the WTA Tour, it's part of a movement. Tennis in the United States is undergoing a Texas tennis takeover, a growing circuit of events that bring high-level women's tennis to passionate crowds in the Lone Star State. With players like Jessica Pegula, Peyton Stearns, Iva Jovic, and Ajla Tomljanovic already committed, the level of competition is formidable. But then enters Venus. Her wild card isn't just an invitation, it's a statement. It bridges the sport's history with its future. For fans, seeing her move around the court, still unleashing blistering serves and signature backhands, is more than just watching a match. It's watching a living legend run a canvas streaked with time and triumph, courage and challenge. And yes, there's something electric about connecting Venus' legacy with Austin's youthful energy, the city known for music, innovation, and cultural flair. It's a perfect setting for a star who has always followed her own rhythm. The story of the comeback. Coming back to professional sport at any age is difficult. Coming back in your mid-40s, after years of elite competition, is almost unheard of. And yet, Venus has done it. Over the last couple of years, she's battled injuries, surgeries, and the natural wear of decades of competition. Yet every time she steps on court, she brings purpose. She's refused to be defined by age or expectation. That tenacity shown in every corner of her comeback, from hard-fought matches in smaller tournaments to dramatic showdowns on Grand Slam stages. In Austin, fans will witness not just a match, but the continuation of a journey. Whether Venus is playing singles, doubles, or both, every point she contests will reflect her resilience and her love for the sport. Beyond stats, what Venus symbolizes. Numbers tell part of the story: 7 Grand Slam singles titles, 49 WTA singles titles, countless doubles trophies, and Olympic gold medals. But what can't be captured in statistics is why Venus matters. She's a pioneer, one of the few black women to reach the very top of tennis, inspiring generations everywhere. She's a leader, someone whose influence helped expand the women's game at a time when it was fighting for parity and recognition. She's a fighter, for equality, for fitness, for longevity, for the sheer joy of competition. For younger players in the ATX Open field, Venus is a mentor figure by example, a reminder that longevity isn't just about physical health, but about mental resilience and belief. For fans, she's a living legend and a connection to tennis-rich history. Every baseline rally she engages in reminds us that stories in sport aren't simply written, they unfold, in the moment and over time. The narrative beyond the court. Venus' story leading into Austin isn't simply about tennis. It's about legacy and evolution. At an age when many would step aside into commentary or retirement, she chose the grind of practice courts, the intense focus of match preparation, and the exhilaration and pressure of competition. She stands as a testament to the idea that while youthful peaks are thrilling, there's also profound beauty in experience, wisdom, and persistence. There's also an emotional dimension. Fans grow up with athletes. They remember the first time Venus dominated a serve or turned a match with a sudden volley. They recall her rivalries, her smiles and struggles. And now, years later, they watch her still striving, still competing, still passionate. What to expect in Austin? Predicting results in sport is part art, part science, and sometimes all uncertainty. Venus' road back hasn't always translated to wins. She has faced early exits in some recent